Today we are watching Decorating Sense.
Why would you do
I was trying to
that?
scare you, but it didn't work. We're gonna watch
just
Decorating
loud.
Sense. This has been all over TikTok. I've never heard of the show, but it's been all over Instagram Reels and TikTok. Just these two women just eviscerating people's houses in the name of redecorating for a budget or on a budget. So
Pretty rough.
we're gonna take a look at a few clips today because we've never seen like a full episode or anything and see what horrors lie within. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Take a look in there. That's the white guest bedroom. And the homeowner here has just recently moved into this house. It is a newly built house, so I think she's doing okay. Look at all the stuff she's got in here already. She's added an antique white daybed, which is very wonderful, and two great hand-painted pieces of furniture, which I think I'm getting the idea that we're maybe heading toward a French country kind of feel in here, but I have to confirm that with Nadia Ramirez. French country?
That's right.
You think?
Yes.
Okay, what are we gonna do in here?
Well, we're going to color wash the walls today, and we're going to use these two colors, this soft green and this nice yellow.
Just kind of smush together?
Kind of random, yes.
Oh, really?
And then we're going to antique it, so it's going to look great.
Yeah, the most interesting color combinations. I will trust you on this. Okay, and then the fabric is for what?
This is the fabric for the bedding, and I just love it. We've got this green stripe here and this Victorian floral.
Okay, and then the window. We got to do something with
Well,
that.
that's going to be a surprise. I can't tell you. It's not traditional.
Nobody will tell me these secrets. I don't like.
We're just gonna knock the whole window out. We're just gonna get rid of it altogether.
We're going for a more rustic feel, windowless.
Something a little more vintage. No windows.
It's a glassless window.
No windows.
But we'll find out together. Okay, we will do this room and we'll find out the secret for under $500. So let our decorating
Oh Lord,
process
this ain't gonna
begin.
be good.
These are the two colors we'll wash the walls: tapestry gold and melon green. The white wall paint will serve as our base coat. So first, we lightly brush the gold paint onto a damp sea sponge. And then, using a figure 8 technique, we smush the paint around the room.
Never in my life of doing contracting and watching painters paint have I ever seen them use the word smush when describing paint. We're just gonna smush the paint around the room.
Probably not.
Oh, look at that. Honestly, that doesn't look that bad.
What does the figure 8 motion have to do with anything?
If she just left it like that, it might be kind of cool. Looks like spaghetti. Oh my gosh.
When we got to the corners and trim, we used a small brush to dab on the paint. Then to mellow out this first color and add
Oh, they're
depth,
not done.
we used the same wash technique to apply the green paint. And now the final stage, the aging application. This is a mixture of glaze with a raw umber tint. Now we don't want this to be too dark or too light,
Oh, raw.
With a raw umber tint?
so we mixed it until we were satisfied. Then to blend and soften the paint, we wiped this mixture on using large random strokes. Stepping back, we were pleased with the aged effect of the walls. Cost to give the walls old world charm? Just $43.50 for paint and glaze. Next, continuing the French country look.
Dude, their house looks old. And look at the sockets. They look so out of place. That does not...
Yeah, there's also the ceiling is like unbelievably not the same like feeling of what's going on in the room.
No, the feeling of the room now, I feel like I need to walk in there like this.
Also, do you remember wooden frames? Like wooden?
Wooden flames.
Wooden baseboards and like wooden frames around the window.
Yeah.
It feels so old now looking at it.
Well, it looks old now because it looks like they're in a tapestry. Looks like they're like a rug on the wall.
Yeah.
To the off-centered window.
It's weird.
Our non-traditional window treatment is this: a pair of custom-made rustic shutters. The construction of
green.
these shutters
Why are
is
they
fairly
green?
simple, but the key element is the oversized hardware. This is the kind of hardware you normally...
Okay, first of all, no, it's not. First of all, it's not simple. First of all, the construction of these is simple. They didn't even show how they constructed them. They just brought in two fully built shutters. They're leveled perfectly. Like, no, did not just screw these in and they looked great. Doors are historically very difficult to do.
normally see on a garden gate. These shutters will open and fold onto each other so that when open, you have a clear view out the window. Next, we centered the daybed on this short wall, and take a look at our wonderful choice of bedding fabric. The main part of this coverlet is a Victorian floral motif, which runs the length of the fabric. And the striped skirt.
Bro, she just says stuff. She just says things with classical music behind her voice. She's just narrating nonsense. The classical Victorian motif blends perfectly with the aged fabrics.
It's
like,
so vintage.
it doesn't make it better.
Is oversized. We made this ruffle extra
They don't
long so that
match.
it hangs down and hides the trundle bed underneath.
They don't match.
A very dressy look for very little money.
You know what that looks like? That looks like what your lawyer's pants look like before you take the biggest L you've ever taken in your life. You know those. You know when you walk into the courtroom and it's your lawyer's the guy with the giant pants that are saggy and you're just like,
Oh, I thought you meant the pattern. I was like, I've never seen.
No,
a
just
lawyer
like look at the
anything like
ruffles. Like it looks like somebody's pants that are
Pants
way
just
too
really
big.
Just
Also,
$46.
I'm not understanding what they say French country.
Yeah, I don't know what the
That's-
hell that means. You ever seen
It's
the
not
French country?
that. I mean, if you do for anything French and anything country, first of all, I don't think that's what this is. It's green and yellow.
Yeah, that's horrible. It's like vomit
Like, you
and it's like
can't-
bodily fluid colored.
Also,
you know?
who's spending $46 on a fabric coverlet?
Well, that's $46 back then too, so it's probably like $150 now.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
Fabric only. Next, the pillows. Big,
The
comfy,
pillows.
king-sized pillows. A European sham, which complements the coverlet, and a pretty decorative pillow. Now, are you ready for our piece de resistance? Well, this is it. A soft, flowing canopy which envelops the daybed. And this is such a simple project, you are going to love it. All we did was paint a wood water bucket this French country yellow, cut it in half, attached it to the wall with
I must know, what is French country?
Cut it in half?
What is
L brackets
Just simply
and
cut the bucket
stapled
in half.
sheer fabric.
What the is that? What the hell am I? Look at what I'm looking at right now.
I know, it's
What is
not.
that?
It's not.
What is that?
Is that supposed to be water flowing? Is that the canopy?
What the hell is that?
So bad.
To the rim.
Straight to
Atop
jail,
this
dude.
fabulous Bombay chest, we set a pair of garage
They freaking glued moss
Onto the lamp.
onto two lamps.
Okay, here. This is what a French country aesthetic is.
Yo, they nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely nailed it. Look, show 'em.
French country is that.
Yeah,
We're not doing so
on
hot
the money.
on this
On the
one.
money. On the money.
Yeah.
sale lamps, picked up for $18. New
Ballard.
shades decorated.
What the hell?
$18.
They glued moss onto the lampshades. They're gonna set something up. This was when lights got hot.
Yeah.
You're gonna steam moss. It's gonna be the steam moss
It's
room.
going to start on
Sheep
fire.
moss and silk flowers are the perfect garden look.
No, it's
A
not.
few more country accessories and our garden
Stop
look
saying
will
country.
be complete. These vintage plates on each side of the bed add visual interest. Before
They add visual interest. What the hell does
I
that
feel
mean?
like a plate belongs in a dining room.
What is adding?
Actually, that's what I just looked at on here. Did you, when we looked at the French? Look at, they have plates all lined up over the mirror. See?
Yeah, but they're not in a bedroom.
It won't focus. Yeah, but that's what they're going for though. But this is a dining room. This is a dining room. That is not a dining room. That is a bedroom. I would not want to sleep in a room
Visual
with plates over my
interest,
head.
as if the random like sheet that's nailed to the wall covering the bed isn't enough visual interest.
this blank room
canopy.
was in desperate need of some
This room doesn't look bad. Put the plates in this room. Just put the
No.
plates around the. That doesn't look bad.
decorating and accessorizing.
No. It literally looks like you just went into an antique store and got everything you could and just threw it into this room.
Also, she said plates over the bed. There's one, literally, in the corner.
Gosh, it looks so bad.
Yeah.
Now it's a pleasing combination of old world elegance and rustic country charm.
No, it's not.
It's a room
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
which not only serves as a guest bedroom, it's an ideal space for sipping tea, reading a good book, or just simply relaxing in
Or ending it all.
the
We're burning it down because the mouse is gonna start on
Oh
fire.
my gosh, that is bad, dude.
That one
That
was pretty
is really
bad.
bad. All right, let's see what other fresh hell
It
they
is
have
great.
on this show.
Really interesting thing. We found what's called a stairway stringer.
I think I have a picture of it, which
And-
looks very. I have no idea what it is when you look at it in a picture.
Yeah, well, it's
It's like a
the,
dinosaur.
the support piece that goes underneath the stairwell to really have the treads on it. So you would never see it unless it was exposed. And this one was at a salvage center. It was $2 for the piece. So it was a fairly long run. So I'm going to flip this around.
Okay.
We just cut it right in the middle, as you're going to see. And we put the two pieces together here with the support column. And that's just screwed right through.
Okay.
It was very easy to do. Then we came back in with the shelves, which were cut out of lumber to size, exactly how we wanted them. We did paint each one of those in the green, but left the interior part in the actual natural wood, which gives it a nice variation.
And just tacked on with a nail.
You got it.
And it is so cute. It would fill a corner very nicely.
I think so.
I like it. And that is a darling little table.
Really
I
simple
love
table.
little ladders, but that would not be a good ladder. for
No, it's
Anything but this.
yeah, it's got a little bit of a rock to it. But again, this is maybe a 10-minute project if you find the two pieces. The step ladder was a little wooden one. The top piece here is a cutting board that we found that was being thrown out. It did already have this great red edge.
It's being thrown out because it's trash.
Yeah, what if
Taking
somebody,
trash and then gluing it together doesn't make it
what
not
if somebody
trash.
cut raw chicken on that? Now you're just using it as a table.
Of course, that's what you think of.
I mean,
Immediately to raw chicken.
To it, so we
Right.
just came back in and painted the
Look,
bottom in the red to put the two together. This
no,
I would be
it looks-
embarrassed to
it
have this in
looks
my house.
horrible.
This is so horrible.
is tacked just on from the underneath, and that
It's
was it.
stained.
That's it. But then you
It's
add the
like
cute little
got
books.
oil stains on
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Personality.
Very cute. It is time for Trash to Treasure, and when you come to a fork in the road, we're going to help you turn it into home accessories.
No.
Oh no.
No.
What are you doing?
Just using my Russian heritage to bend this with my mind.
It's not going so very well. Better choose another tool.
There we go. We'll get back to this later.
Okay. I love. So you're not using spoons on this one though.
These are knives.
knives.
And what they are 1960s knives we found for like 10 cents a piece at a thrift
And
store.
why 1960s
Because
knives?
they have this straight
Oh, the angular
handle, and they have
thing.
some really cool patterns engraved into them. And they're just attached with epoxy from the back that works on metal. And this is just a garage sale mirror. And this was primed and painted, and it looks quite vintage.
Wow, it's horrible.
I like that very much, but you could do more ornate ones if you wanted a whole different look.
You definitely could.
And you could paint it white
You could, any
or
color.
green
Yeah.
or red.
The possibilities are endless.
This is crazy cool.
Yeah, isn't it?
No, it's crazy. You
No,
were good
it's-
with crazy. This is nuts.
It's not cool.
This is nuts. This is the stuff of nightmares. None of these people have kids. They can't have kids. There's no way these people have
And
kids.
the shelf took no effort at all because it was store bought.
Oh, okay.
But the
The shelf took no effort at all because I picked it up from the trash.
Because-
You
outside.
had to use your mind a lot to
I
bend
had
the
to use a
forks.
lot of my mind, or a vice grip and some pliers to what we did to bend all the
tines.
the tines, and then from the bottom, they're just all screwed in
Okay.
into a hole that we had to pre-drill into the handle.
Sure, but that's soft metal, so.
That's soft metal. And then these are actually upholstery tacks that are holding them in place.
And then this.
These are just beads as a final touch that are hot glued on top.
That is so cool. It's the embellishment that really makes that sick.
She's lying.
Oh
You
my
can see
gosh,
she's
dude.
lying.
It's crazy. They
She's
hot
very-
glued beads to the tines of the fork.
Okay, but I could understand the fork logic, being able to use this, but now you can't use it because it has beads on the end. Like now you can't hang stuff on it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do with it.
Like, is it just you're just supposed to look at it?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I love that. Oh, cute.
Now, I know a lot of
It's
people
not
who
cute.
collect
She's
spoons that
lying.
aren't even necessarily their baby spoons,
right.
but this is a really great way to display them because they're not actually permanently glued at all.
Cool.
It's just hook and loop tape,
Oh, sure.
which can be removed easily for polishing or washing, and it's a great way to preserve your
Velcro.
memories and add some charm to a baby
Hook and
photo.
Yeah, and I always put a cute little
Add
baby
some
photo
charm
in the
to a
middle
baby
there.
photo.
Yeah.
And what else do you have?
Look right up.
Where you at? This is so awesome.
It didn't start out awesome though.
I don't doubt it.
Did not start out awesome. It didn't go
didn't come out
awesome.
awesome
It didn't
either.
end awesome. You put forks on a chandelier.
But it looks so cool.
It
now.
was a hideous 80s chandelier with
It
lots
still
of
is a
plastic
hideous
crystals.
80s
And now it's a
Chandelier.
hideous 80s
Those are
chandelier.
With
removed,
spoons
So you
on
just strip them off.
stripped them off,
Okay.
and then found lots of these spoons at a thrift store, drilled into the large ones so we could put them onto the hooks.
Okay.
And then we had to bend these And actually, you can use a table or your hands to bend the little spoons and just hang them wherever you please. And you can remove them for polishing once it
Gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is on TV. I can't believe I've never seen this before. I can't believe I've never seen this.
HGTV like where people do like all home improvement stuff? Like isn't
Yeah,
that what HGTV
but
is?
I
Home and garden. It's home right?
something like that, yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe that they're trying to pass this off as something that someone would ever have in their
It
house.
had to be a joke because
Oh my gosh.
there's literally no way.
Maybe I don't know, they're trying to make people feel better about not having shit. I don't know.
But like who's just sitting around bending spoons and putting them on a chandelier?
Chandelier, I don't know.
Like
I don't know. It looks bad. I think I've had enough. Decorating sense, I gave it a 15 out of 10 because that is
I'm gonna go decorate our baby's nursery.
you have no idea what you're gonna get. Maybe we'll watch more episodes. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see if you guys like it or not. It's horrible.
That's
I
all
don't
I can
like
take
it.
right now. All right. Well, we'll see you on the next one.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.